Hello guys. Hello guys, how are you? Am I audible? Am I visible? Please write in the chat. Uh, guys, please invite your friends. Send this link to your group and ask them to join it. It will definitely be helpful. And we are going to see an interesting topic today. Hi, your name is difficult. Hi, Pallab Prolu Teju. Yeah. Okay. So this link, please ask your friends to join. We'll be starting in 2 minutes, right? So guys, how was your day? Was it interesting? Was it boring? Today is Sunday, right? Did you have any plans today, or did you spend it in your room only? Tell me, what did you do today? Did you go outside today? Today is Sunday, so did you go outside today? Boring only. Okay. So okay. Hmm. What about others? Do you guys know what today's topic gonna be? I think I have already given you that. Do you know what today's topic gonna be? Is there anyone who has been regular till the 4 days? Today is the fourth day. Anyone coming for consecutively for the fourth day? Please share this link in your groups and ask your friends to join. We'll be starting in some time, and hit the like button and the subscribe button too. We'll be starting around 8:05, if that's okay. Ask your friends to join. 2 minutes left only. Hit the like and subscribe button. Also tell me, like, did you do any interesting today? Did you try solving the yesterday's problem? You can tell me that also. Do you have any doubts from yesterday? Did you mark your attendance? So we're giving the attendance links in the all the earlier boot camps. Hi Arpit, hi Arpita, how are you? Hi Vijay. Ask your friends to join. We'll be starting in 2 minutes. Today's topic is going to be very interesting. It has like lots of practical uses, and there's a interesting thing coming up for you too. Hit the like button and subscribe button. Ask your friends to join. We'll be starting in last 1 minute. Hi, hi Sai Prasad, Sasi Prasad. Sorry. Um, how are you? How was your day? So, do you guys listen to music? What kind of music do you hear? Okay, without further ado, let's begin. Right, cracking the code, data structure and algorithm. This is the fourth day of the bootcamp, right? So this is today's topic. Today's topic is stack, right? So before we dive into stack, there is something interesting for you guys. So this is the Microsoft interview experience. So yesterday we saw the Amazon interview experience. Now today we are going to see the Microsoft interview experience, right? So first one is your coding round. So coding round held for 90 minutes. Two questions were there, ranging between medium hard types. I solved. This is the guy who is sharing this experience. So again, like this is the question session in BSU. It's a questions reference to Code Forces. So Code Forces is another platform like Lead Code where you can solve problems, right? So this is the site you can register and you can give the contest here, right? You can register for the contest and give the contest here. This is highly competitive, and like if you are into competitive coding, then only you go for it. Otherwise Lead Code is enough for you, as I've said. So you can see like coding round, it's purely DSA based. Then there's a technical round, it's again binary tree, and tree is another kind of data structure which is a kind of advanced data structure. So Microsoft you can expect like medium hard level questions. So like this is again a DSA based round only. So two rounds on DSA based already, and this is the third round. Second round it also on DSA only. Find the next permutation, find works in matrix. These are implemented based problem. Words in matrix. Okay, word search, it's like BFS problem. Again BFS is binary sorry breadth first search. So it's again a graph topic, right? So graph is again an advanced data structure which you need to learn again. So then there is the project and DSA round. They will definitely gonna ask you about the project. So be ready with your project. If you are not ready with your projects, you can if you're unsure which project to take, you can go to our website and you can take our course on web development, app development, and all these courses which will help you get your project. Otherwise you can also ask me. I can definitely help you what track you should choose, right? Then again there is a problem. Okay, like how you manage it is a project based question only. And there's another lead code problem. So you can see how many lead code problems are there. So that's why I ask you to solve the lead code problems. And 4 rounds it's purely DSA based for a fresher. So this is, you can see how much important for you to learn DSA, right? So this was the Microsoft interview experience that I covered here. Any doubts you can ask here? Hi Sai Prasad, what shall I reply to you? Sir, your name. Okay, my name is Tazril. I will share you my LinkedIn profile, so don't worry about that. So today's topic is stack, right? So let's see what stack is, right? So let's go here and let me explain you what's a stack. So like, do you understand what stack is, right? Stack in physical world, it's not overflow, just stack only. You can see okay, okay. So this you can see, this is the pancake. This is a stack of pancakes, right? One above the other. Then there is stack of plates, right? This is again a stack, right? I can type it like this, so you will get to know what stack generally looks like. So these are all stacks: stack of books, stack of objects, stack of chairs, stack of like these are all books only. Okay, plates, right? And these are all stacks, right? So a stack is something, let's say the Google definition. So a pile of objects, typically one that is neatly arranged. Okay, arrange a number of things in a pile. So a pile, you can think of it as a stack, right? So what stack is? Stack is something, let me see if I have a stack here. Oh, don't think I have. Okay, let's say this is a stack, right? It's not, it's an empty stack right now. Now I will start filling the objects. So when I have to fill a object, right, it will go on the top, right? It will always go on the top. So what I'm going trying to say, it will always go on the top, right? Say I'm inserting a number, say 1 to 3, right? Now I have to insert a number 4 to 6, right? It will go on the top, right? Again I have to insert a number 999, it will again go on the top, right? This is how stack looks like. It goes on the top. Now this is your push operation, right? This is the push operation. I'm adding something to the stack. Then there is again a pop operation, right? So pop is basically getting something out of the stack, right? So now say I'm removing the element. So this element is the first one to get removed, right? So first this 999 will get removed, right? Now again if I remove something, then this 4 to 6 will be the one that is getting to be removed, right? So this is how it's going to be worked. So if I again have to insert it, suppose I have to insert 4 to 6, it will go here, and again if I have to insert 999, it will go here. So this is how stack looks like. It works on a LIFO mechanism, right? What is LIFO? LIFO is last in first out, right? So 999, you can see it is the last one to go in, but it is the first one to come out when I'm trying to empty the stack, right? I cannot remove this 123 unless I have removed all the elements above it, right? If I have to remove the 123, I have to remove the 999, I have to remove this 4 to 6, then only I can pull out this, right? Same with the pile of objects. You cannot remove a bottom object unless you have removed the top of them, right? Unless you are doing pushing too hard. so so it's not possible in this like coding world. You cannot remove the bottom object unless you are putting out all the elements above it, right? This is how stack works, right? So yeah, that's a quite introduction for the stack. Did you understand what stack is? You can write in the chat, did you understand? You can let me know. Okay, so before we move on, like this is the fourth day of the boot camp, right? And today's topic is stack. We are going to learn about stack, see some examples, do some problems, right? Now I'm going to tell you about the campus ambassador programs. I think you are aware of it. So by being a campus ambassador, you can be a part of the team. You will be responsible for hosting events, and for this hosting events like offline and online both, and sharing our resources and all these things. And for that we will be giving you goodies like t-shirts. We'll be giving you resources, and also like you will get a certificate and you can do some earning there, right? So this is our campus semester programs. Now let me tell you how to mark your attendance, and like anyone who is attending the 5 boot camps will get the certificates. So this is the attendance form, right? Let me tell you a bit. Fill your name, fill your email, fill your phone number, fill your WhatsApp number if you're interested to be part of the WhatsApp community we have, your college name, your year, branch, and interested for the campus ambassador program. Type yes or no. If you type yes, our team will reach out to you. All the links are already shared in your YouTube description, and I'm also giving it here also. This is the attendance link, right? Okay, now let's come to Sai Prasad question, right, about me. So who am I, right? So this is my LinkedIn profile. And you can go to LinkedIn and search my name Tajreel Ali, and you can also use the LinkedIn profile as well. Okay, I'm giving you 1 or 2 minutes time. Please fill your attendance. It's very necessary for you to get certificates for the 5 days. And for the earlier bootcamp sessions also, I have added the attendance link in the descriptions. You can go and check that and fill the forms also for that, right? So yeah, go ahead and fill your attendance for today's session, right? So this is my profile. I did my graduation from IIT Dhanbad in electronics and communication engineering, but my role is of a software engineer. I have been working as a software engineer with Uran for 1.5 years. After that, I have joined CRED as a backend engineer and I'm working there right now. Right, this is my role. I have said you my profile, and that's it. If you have any doubt, you can write in the chat. I hope you have marked your attendance. Now there's a giveaway contest, right? Giveaway contest is basically you have to go to LinkedIn, make your profile on LinkedIn and make a post. In the post like write what I have learned today, right? Where you can thought about stack and all these things in skill pulse bootcamp. You have to mention it, right? At the end, you just have to tag skill pulse, place at the red and tag skill pulse, one with the brain logo running, right? You have to use the at the red symbol and tag skill pulse, and whoever does this for us will be giving them t-shirts, right? And also giving them free resources. So we have resources of the compiled list of problems, right? So let me show you. So we have for giveaway we have this top DSA problems and top company names you can apply to, and there are many resources which are coming up. These are the company names you can apply to. These are the top DSA problems which I have curated from online. You can solve these problems and and get edge over the other students, right? So just take a part in the giveaway contest and earn a chance to get these resources, right? Also, I request you to join our Telegram group, which is already in the chat. And now let's continue, right? Now let's see some stack examples, right? So what do you think are the examples of stack, right? So there are many examples for stack actually. Let's search ChatGPT. Stack. I've already searched it, so you can go through it. Stack data structure uses. The stack is a fundamental data structure that follows the last in first out principle. It means that the last element added to the stack is the first one to be removed. Stacks are used in various applications to manage data efficiently. Some common uses of stack data structure include function call management, expression evaluation, backtracking, undo functionality, parsing, memory management, expression evaluation, task scheduling, browser history, and symbol balancing. Do you know what are these uses of stack? You can write it down. Like, do you know out of these which you can understand? Did you understand any of these? I can give you some examples later, but let me know if you know how it's implemented and how it works. Have you seen it somewhere, right? You can write it down. You can write down in the chat and let me know like what are the uses of the stack, right? Okay, I will show you some examples. Okay, so first one is the your undo operation, right? So when I say undo operation, like say I'm going to search for cat, right? Now I'm searching for cat, then I want to search for dog. So it's not the undo, I'm talking about the browser history, right? Then I'm searching for like elephant, right? So this is my search history. All the search history is going into a stack, right? Now when I press back, this dog comes now, right? Again when I press back, again this cat comes, right? Now when I press back, again I'm at the home screen, right? So this is how the stack is implemented, right? Now let me explain you how it is working, right? So let's say this is my stack only, right? This is my stack. I am calling it browser history stack. We make it red. Browser history stack, right? Now when I'm searching for cat, right, so cat goes in here. Cat search cat, right? I can tell it like, yeah, I can write it like cat search results, right? Let me make it small. Now again, what we are searching for dog, right? Then again we're searching for dog. Now dog comes at the top, right? And this is the one which is visible to the user, right? Visible to the user, right? Now when I'm searching for elephant, right, so elephant now goes on top, right? Now this is the one which is visible to the user, right? Now what I'm doing, I'm pressing the undo button, pressing the back button, right? So when I press the back button, so this goes out of the stack, right? So this goes out of the stack, and this is now which is visible to the user now, right? The dog results. So this is what happened, right? When I press the back button, now dog search results is shown to me, right? Again when I press back, so this cat is going to be shown here, right? Now the cat is shown to me, right? So when I press again the back button, so this is how this stack works, right? Now you can think about like how this forward button is working also, right? Can you do this assignment and think like how is this also using stack and how is it working, right? That, right? You can write in the chat like how the forward button works, right? It's kinda similar only, and you can think like, do we need a one stack, do we need a two stack to maintain the two functionality, and how is it done? You can let me know, right? So this is how one of the application of this stack, right? Any doubts you can write in the chat. Part-time jobs nahi hai yaar, I don't have for you to give. Let's move on. So another thing like I want to show you, ChatGPT told me the undo operation, which is kind of similar only. Back button is kind of like undo, but I'm going to show you a good example here. So this is not available in this here, so I'm going to write here. So say I'm writing skill pulse, right? So let me say I'm writing skill pulse, right? Now like I want to remove the L and I remove the ENS, right? Okay, so if I want to remove the ENS, I will press this button, right? Okay, say I want to remove this L and U, right? So these all are going into stack only. So when I'm typing a letter, right, when I type P, it goes into this stack. When I type U, it goes into this stack, right? When I type L, it goes into this stack, right? Now when I'm pressing the undo, so this L is getting removed, right? When I press this undo, this L is getting removed. When I press U, so this U is getting removed, right? So this is how it's going to work like, right? This is the undo operation. This is how the elements are kept in your stack, and when you press the undo button, this is how it works, right? So so again you can see here there is this L. When I press the undo button, the L got removed. Again I press the undo button, the U got removed. Again I press the undo button, the P got removed also. So these are the practical uses of stack. There are some other uses as well, like when you call a function from a function, so again it goes to a stack memory, right? So say you have a main function, right? You have some function like solve function, right? This is a function, and you have your main function, which is your entry point. If you call the solve function, this solve function has now an memory stack where all the variables values are goes into, right? So this is how it's and you might have heard about stack overflow. If you are calling this function solve, if you try to call this solve function again and again in itself only, you will get the stack overflow, right? Because it's going into, because the stack memory is exhausted, the stack memory is exhausted out of memory. It don't have any more memory to give to the functions, right? Okay, so you can try that and tell me if it's working or not, if you're trying calling the same function again and again. And there are expression evaluation. Go and read something about expression evaluation. I think you might have heard about infix and postfix. If you are in computer science background, you might have heard about it, right? Sorry, expression evaluation, this one. Then there is the backtracking, which will look tomorrow, and you can see how it's worked. And yeah, that's it. Some might it use on task scheduling, symbol balancing, and all these things also. So symbol balancing problem we're going to see, right? So yeah, so okay, let's move on. So these are the stack examples. Now let's take a problem, right? And get to learn better how to use a stack, right? So this is the problem. You can read about it. Given a string, let's read it here only, right? Given a string as containing just the characters, these are all types of brackets, right? Then we have the parentheses. These are called parentheses. These are called curly braces. These are called brackets, right? Determine if the input is valid. So input valid means this parentheses, brackets, or curly braces all are balanced. So for balance means, you can read this: open brackets and must be closed by the same type of brackets, right? Open brackets must be closed in the correct order, right? Every closed bracket has a corresponding open bracket of the same type, right? So this is a balanced string, right? This is again a balanced string, because this is balanced, this is balanced, this is balanced, but this is not balanced, right? So again you can see it should be closed by the same bracket only. In this case it's not the true, right? So this is what a balanced strings looks like, right? So let's go here and let me explain you a bit. Okay, so our problem is valid parenthesis, right? Okay, it's giving me a parenthesis. Okay, so we have this type of brackets. These are called parenthesis. These are these types of bracket, which is called brackets or square brackets. Then there are these types of brackets which are called curly braces, right? Now what the question is, you have to determine, you are given a string as input which includes these brackets, and tell it is balanced or not, right? Now what we have to do, we have to see, like let's see all the balanced examples, right? Let's see all the balanced examples. So this is going to be a balanced, this is going to be a balanced, this is going to be a balanced, right? This also going to be balanced, because everyone is close by their corresponding bracket, right? What about this one? This is also going to be balanced, right? Say again this one. So these are also balanced, right? Because this part is balanced and this part is balanced. How about this one? Have you seen something like this? What do you think? This is going to be balanced or not? Is it visible? You can tell in the chat. What do you think? This is balanced or not? Yes, it is balanced, right? In mathematics, like, you might have seen this, right? I'm pretty sure you might have seen this, right? You can write it like this: 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7, right? You can think of it like that. you have put some numbers in them using mathematical operations, and see if the parentheses are balanced or not. Or you can say you have this expression, if you removed all the numbers and operators, you will get expression, and see if that is balanced or not, right? Now let's see some imbalanced examples, right? So imbalanced examples, what can be the imbalanced examples, right? You have this type of bracket, and this is closed by other type of brackets, right? You can have like multiple brackets, but it's closing by only two only, and there is a one bracket left which is not yet closed, right? You can have this type of bracket, closing bracket at start, and which doesn't have a opening bracket before it, right? You can also have something like this also, right? It's closing by a different kind of bracket, right? It's the same as the first one only. And what else you can have? There can be many cases, so I'm trying to cover the important ones only. So this is again a imbalanced brackets, right? You can see the difference between the balanced example and imbalanced examples, and determine which one is balanced and which one is imbalanced. So what comes to your mind, like what can we do to solve this problem, right? What comes to your mind? Can you tell me? Okay. Okay, now you might have guessed it. This is a problem of stack only, and how we are going to solve it, let's see. So we have a stack, right? What we can do, we have a balanced parenthesis example. Say we have an input string as equal to like this only, right? Let's take this example only. Right, let me zoom in a bit. Right, now what we are going to do, we are iterating this string, right? So currently we are at this string. Okay, this is irritating. Okay, so now it's currently pointing to the first character of the string, right? Now what we're going to do, we're going to insert what we can think of an algorithm, right? We can think of inserting the opening brackets, right? And insert, you can write it like this. It's small only. Insert the opening brackets in the stack, right? And for closing bracket, check. There can be multiple conditions here, like if there is no opening bracket in this stack, return false, right? Again there is this condition, if there is an opening bracket in the case, if stack stack has opening bracket and it doesn't matches, then return false. Then again there is the third condition, if stack has matching opening bracket, then pop from stack, right, and finally return true, right. Now if I have to write this in pseudo code, how you are going to write it, right? Can you think of it? Okay, so we can traverse in the stack. I can write it like this. I can declare a stack before it, right? Let me write it like somewhere here, it will be easier, right? So let's say we have a function like balanced, right, where we are getting an input string, right? Now what I'm doing, I am like this stack initialization. Now I'm iterating in the string, right? Now what I'm checking, if c is equal to, if c is opening, I can make a function, right, which will tell me if this is an opening bracket, right? If this is opening, what I will do, I will push it in the stack, right? I'll push this character in the stack. Else if it's a closing, else if stack is empty, right? If that's the case, then we'll return false from here. Else if stack dot top or back, right, back is the last element, is equal to like opening for C, right? So if it's an opening bracket, it's already going into the stack, right? And we're checking with the stack, if it's a closing bracket, this is the closing bracket condition only, right? This type will reach if we have a closing bracket only, right? If the stack is empty and it's a closing bracket, we'll return false from here, right? Now again here, if it's an like you can see here, if stack dot back is equal to opening bracket for this closing bracket, right? So for this closing bracket C, if it's equal to the stack dot back, right? If it's not equal to the stack dot back, then what we can do, we can again say return false, right? And finally what you can do, if else the case, and this is the case when opening bracket is equal to the stack dot back, right? This is the case when we reach to the if else header, right? In this case what we can do, we can do a stack dot pop, right? And finally we'll return true from here, right? Now let's see how it's going to be. Let's take an example and try to dry run it, right? So let's say we have a string, say this one only, right? Let's say we have this brackets only, right? So we are currently my first C is going to be, right, C is going to be this one only, right? My C is going to be this opening bracket, because this is how I'm going to do it, right? So this is now my S, right? Let me give some space here, right? Now what I'm doing is I'm checking, is this a opening bracket? So this is a opening bracket, right? So what I can do, I can put it in the stack, right? So this will go into the stack. So let me write here, so it will go into the, one sec. So it will go into the stack, and in this stack it will look like this. Now what we're doing, now again we're going to the second element, right? Because it's a for loop. So when we're going to this element, we are checking if this is matching, this is a close bracket, this condition won't be satisfied, we'll go to this one and we'll check if the stack is empty. So in this case stack is not empty, right? So we'll again go to this condition. This condition we are checking close opening bracket for the closing one, right? So for this bracket, what we can get, this is as the opening bracket, right? And we'll try to match this against this, right? Stack dot back is this only, and opening bracket for this is this only. So this is not equal to this, doesn't hold true, right? So again it will go to this only. So it will go to this one, and this has stack.pop, so this will get removed, and finally we're returning true from here, right? So we got here, like, did you understand this, like how we are solving for this stack problem, right? Now let's take another example. Let's say we have this one instead of that one, right? So we have this tag, and for this we got this uh, closing bracket, and for the closing bracket we found out the opening bracket, and this opening bracket doesn't match this bracket, so this statement holds true, and for this we'll return false from here, so it will give us false for this, right? Now what about this one, right? For this one, like for the first one, we can easily get this, which will give us this only. For this closing bracket we'll get this opening bracket and try to match it, and we'll remove it, right? Now my next element goes here, right? Now again I will get this, again I will try this, but before that we'll check this statement, right? Is the opening bracket? No. Is the stack is empty? Yes, there's stack is empty, because we don't have a opening bracket for this closing bracket, so in this case we'll return false from here, right? So this is how it's going to be going to work now. Now what about, let's take another example. Let's take this example. Say we have this opening bracket, and we are here, and we have this closing bracket which now close this, right? Which has removed this, right? Now the stack is empty again. Again we move to this bracket. Now this bracket will again get inserted, right? This bracket will get inserted, and now we'll move to this bracket, because it's an opening bracket, this condition will be satisfied and this will get inserted. Now we'll again move to this one. This will say so for this closing bracket I have this opening bracket, and this matches, so it will go to the else case, because stack is not empty and this is not equal to this doesn't holds true, and this will go out, and finally the stack is empty and they will return true from here. Okay, so this condition also satisfied. Now let's take another example, right? After this example everything will be clear, right? Let's take this example. Say we are here at the first one, right? So this will get inserted because this is an opening bracket, right? Then again we'll move to this one. It will say again this is an opening bracket, please insert it. Again we'll move this one, insert this one. Now we have got a closing bracket, and we have got this as the opening bracket for this closing bracket, and we'll try to check which condition will be satisfied. Is the stack empty? No. It's a closing bracket? Yes. Is the stack empty? No. Is the stack back is not equal to this? This is not equal to this, doesn't holds true, so we'll move to this one, and so it doesn't holds true. Like is this statement confusing? Or otherwise you can also reverse it, like you can say equal to this stack dot pop, otherwise return false. Or you can say if it's not equal to this, we can basically I can write it like this also. It doesn't make much difference, right? So it's the same thing only. Like if I'm checking if this is equal to this, yes, this is equal to this, then stack dot pop will happen, right? And we'll move on to the next one. Again we'll move to this one, we'll move to this one. Again for this is the closing bracket, and we'll try to match this equal to this. Yes, this is the case, we'll do the stack dot pop, right? And finally we'll return true from here, right? But there is a case missing, right? There is a case missing which is which is going to give us some wrong results. Can you figure out like what can be the wrong result? What case would it be? Can you write in the comments? Did you understand till here? Can you write in the chat and tell me? Did you understand till here? Okay. Can you like tell me what case is missing here? Which case can give us wrong results, right? Okay. Can you figure out? Can you think? there's something wrong in the code. Can you figure out? Okay, before that, let me tell you, like, whoever, this is the fourth day of the bootcamp and we are taking attendance. The attendance link is already in the description, but I would like to say it again for today, right? So I have already shared it, and this is here. So make sure to mark your attendance, because whoever is attending the 5 days bootcamp will be getting free certificates. And for the earlier bootcamp session, we have already added the link in the description. You can go watch the videos in the live section of your channel, and hit a like and mark your attendance there. Okay, so coming back to the problem, so also there's the campus ambassador programs, which you can find a link in the description. You can also apply for it, right? You can get to earn goodies and resources. You can also get a certificate, and also this can be a part-time job if you're in college. For college students only it's applicable, right? Okay, cool. So let's take another, for this case also, let's add another bracket like this, right? Like this is my curly braces. Now what I can see here, okay, for this curly braces, right? Let me again add this curly braces. For this curly braces, again we'll see this is a closing bracket. We'll checking this one's holds true and this stack is empty, and we'll be getting a false result, right? So this case is handled well. But what about this case? We have an opening bracket here, right? Now this is the end of the string, right? This is the end of the string. We have got a opening bracket. What we can do, we can put this opening bracket in the stack, because if we get an opening bracket, it's always pushed in the stack, right? But you can see after this, there is no closing bracket, right? But our for loop has been executed, but this is returning true, right? So this is going to give me wrong result, because there is no bracket after it which can close it, right? So this shouldn't be true. What do you think? What should be here only? Can you tell me? What should we check here in the chat? This example can also, you can also take this example only when we have only the curly braces, and for this we are getting like return true only, because for the first element we'll get the opening bracket, we'll push in this tag, and we'll be returning true here. Do you know what the change should be here? As simple as that. You can write in the chat. It should be, you should be checking if this tag is empty or not, right? If the stack is empty, then only it's true, right? If the stack is not empty, then it's false, right? You can have multiple opening brackets like this, right? And this can be all getting inserted into this stack, right? And this is giving me wrong results, right? So you also have to check at the end if the stack is empty or not. So let's go ahead and try to write the code for this problem, right? So let's go here. So for your reference, okay, so for your reference, let me write the code here. Now this is the isValid function. We'll declare a stack here. Do note how to declare a stack, right? It's writing stack int and like this, right? This is how you declare a stack. And what I'm going to do, I'm iterating this string, right? So character CS, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm checking. Okay, before that there's an easy way to do this, right? Okay, so you have learnt about the map yesterday, right? So we can use a map here, or without writing this is opening function and opening bracket for function, we can implement we have to implement this function also, right? So what we can do here, we can declare a map, right? We can have a map, let's say this one. So this is my map. Okay, so this is the key. So key will be my, let me write it down, opening, and this is data will be my closing, right? So let me, instead of key, let me write value. So let me write it as a header, different colors. Let me write it as a green. So say if we have this bracket, right, if we have this bracket, the closing bracket will be this. If we have this bracket, the closing bracket will be this. If I have this bracket, the closing bracket will be this, right? Now what we can do here, say we have written this statement, right? We have written this, if stack dot back is equal to opening bracket for C, right? The same statement we can write in reverse way, right? So the same statement we can write it like this also, closing bracket for stack dot back is equal to C, right? So how can I get this closing bracket for stack dot back? I can say this is my map, right? So I can call this map brackets, right? I can call this like closing brackets for, right? I can call it closing brackets only, right? So when I'm using this closing brackets, I can say this function, I can write it like this, right? I just have to pass it stack dot back here is equal to C, right? So this is how I can write it. Okay, now what about this function? We have this function is opening, right? How can we write this? Can you think of it? It's very easy. We can write it like this, right? If it's a is opening function, we can write it like this. We can see we have this map, right? We have this map opening closing brackets. So we can check if the closing brackets has this has C, right? Is opening, I'm checking for C only. If the closing bracket has C, means I'm checking here only if it's present here or not. If it's present here, then we can easily say ki this is an opening bracket, right? So this should be C here only. Let me go back to the code and write the code for it so it's more clear, right? So first of all, what I will do, I will declare a map here, right? CHAR means character. Character are like single quoted elements, or you can say alphabet letters. So A, B, C, D, E, all are characters. And when you write multiple characters together, this becomes your string, right? So these are all strings and these are all characters, right? Now what I'm going to do, let me call it brackets only, or like let me call it closing brackets, and I'm going to declare it, right? So for the declaration, I have to write it like this. For this opening bracket, this is the closing bracket. For this opening bracket, this is the closing bracket, right? And for this opening bracket, there is this closing bracket, and so on, right? Lastly, I have to put a semicolon here. Now what I'm going to check, I'm going to check if closing brackets dot count, this is the same function as hash, right? So this will tell me if this is a opening bracket or not, right? So if that's the case, we'll push it in the stack, right? Else if I'm checking if stack is empty. Now we have got a closing bracket, right? If we have got a closing bracket and closing bracket and stack empty, So in this case we'll return false from here, right? Again, what I'm going to check, else if I'm checking like closing bracket for the stack top, right? I'm checking for the stack top. So stack top is the same as stack back. I'm checking the top element, right? If you think of it as a vertical stack, so this top function will help us access the top element of the stack. Make sure you have checked this empty check before making this call, right? So this if else letter, so this is not true, this is going to execute, and since this is not true means stack is not empty, we're going to execute this, and we're checking if this is equal to C. If that's the case, what we'll do, we'll do a stack dot pop. So this pop will remove the last element, and else the condition, as you say, this is stack top element is not equal to closing bracket, you can say matching, right? Match, and then this is the condition when there is a do not match condition, right? Do not match. In this case, what we'll do, we'll return false from here, right? And finally we have the condition where we have to check if the stack is empty or not, right? Return stack dot empty. If it's empty, then it's going to true, otherwise it's giving me false. We also have to put this semicolon at the end, and let me run for the test cases and let's see if it's going to work or not. All the cases accepted. Let me delete this and try submitting it. So yeah, this is working now. So did you get the part where I've used a map? I'm used the map to do a mapping of this. I'm solving using this to find opening bracket, and also using it to find the closing bracket for the opening bracket, which is present in the stack of the top. And I'm checking all this condition which I've already explained you with the pseudocode, right? And for all the cases. So this is how the code is written cleanly and without any mistake. So yeah, so that's how this was the problem, right? So did you understand till here? Did you understand till here? Right. So let's move on. So this was the problem, and this was the final problem. What I can suggest you, to go to problem list in the LeetCode, right? You can go to leetcode.com, problem set. In the problem set, you can, in the tags, you can search for stack, right? And try for this easy problems, sorted by the difficulty, right? You can solve for the easy problems, right? Which are the stacks, like this one, the valid parentheses, which we have solved. Okay, palindrome problem you can solve. So there are many problems. Try to solve them both. Try to solve them all, right? This way we'll be getting more command. So yeah, that is the final bootcamp. So final slide. So did you understand till here? You can let me know. Do you have any doubt? You can post here. And yeah, that's it for today. Like, did you enjoy this session? You can write in the chat, please. And do make sure you have filled the attendance. The attendance link is above in the chat. Okay, it's also in the description. Also for the earlier days, we are posting the description in the attendance link in the description. You can go ahead and watch these videos and mark your attendance there. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Good night, everyone.